Party time, Mom. Welcome to another episode of the Chad Prather Show, Studio 22, the mothership. We got Chance, the soulless ginger rapper, driving us into the nether regions of all things divisive. That's what it is. It's divisive. America's divisive. Just in case Candice is not here, Justin is at the helm, making sure everything goes right. And, of course, Herbert the Silent Deer, the same face of shock he made in the dank. The truck hit him. Lisa Page made me do it.
Hi,
Lisa Page, Party Foul Steve.
She made me do it.
Trim and shave and... Look at you all svelte. Look at you. You kind of
unrecognizable.
You remind me of somebody when you shave like that. Hey. And there's somebody, and I can't think of who it is.
It's a total accident.
I have to take, when you shaved?
Yeah.
I do that too. I shave
it
too
new
tight.
Clippers. I was trying them out, and I thought I could go outside and do it and feel. I'm like, yeah, that's the right length.
Yeah.
No, it feels way different than it actually came out. And so
and for those of you who don't know, over here at the pub, we got Brawny Kyle. Brawny Kyle travels everywhere we go. So Party Foul Steve keeps me straight. Brawny Kyle keeps Steve straight, right?
Yeah.
So those of you who think that Party Foul Steve is out on the road just working hard and busting ass, no, Steve's out there working the crowd.
Yeah.
Steve wants you to come take his picture. He wants to sign your boobies with a Sharpie marker or whatever is available. Hot News Natalie, have you ever had anything signed by Party Foul Steve? Don't admit to that.
I've never signed a body part yet.
Have you not?
No.
Really? That's fantastic.
Oh, that means you have.
Well, yeah.
And I've had to be witness to body parts being signed.
Yeah,
That's
I was
my
getting my
job,
hair
make
cut.
sure you don't get sued or anything like that.
I was getting both of my hairs cut one time.
Yeah.
And the guy who was cutting my hair, he goes, you signed my mother's boob downtown Fort Worth one night. And I'm like, are you mad about it? And he goes, no, man, we love it. It's on the Christmas cards and everything. So, yeah. I was like, okay, I didn't know if I was supposed to get punched or stabbed with scissors.
Aw.
You know what I'm pissed about, though, is the right, the conservatives. I'm pissed off at conservatives right now. I just got back from Colorado, 18-hour drive, got in 6 o'clock this morning, and I'm listening to the radio, listening to Alex Marlowe, I'm listening to Breitbart News, I'm listening to all these different, these pundits that are out there. I'm seeing all this nonsense going on with Black Rifle Coffee and the Kyle Rittenhouse situation and Sidney Powell and the lawyers Giuliani and all this different stuff. And everybody's got a freaking opinion and everybody's at each other's throat right now. And that's pissing me off, okay? Worst case scenario, we lost an election to Joseph Robinette Biden and Kamala Crazy Camel Toe Harris, all right? That's worst case scenario. That's what happened. Life goes on, people. Life goes on. I have no control. You have no control whatsoever. What happens in the courts? We don't know what's going to happen in the next 2 to 3 weeks. We don't know. All right? Is there a case? Is there not a case? Is there a Kraken to be released? Is there going to be biblical stuff released? I mean, are there going to be 7 plagues? I don't freaking know. And I really don't care. Look, at the end of the day, God's still on the throne, right? So that's where we're living. That's where we're living. It's up to divine providence how this country goes. Right now, it's kind of looking like a divine hellish shit show. But that's not my problem. It's beyond the scope of my control, Lisa.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's beyond the scope of my control. Do I care about it? Yeah. Have I stopped caring about it? No. So I want to remind everybody real quick. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to remind you yet. You're going to have to wait till after the break because I've just decided that I'm going to say some things. All right.
Surprise.
Monday,
okay.
I'm sleep deprived and I'm a little pissed off. Okay. Don't look at me like that, Lisa. Like
No,
I'm not going to drop any F-bombs. I'm not going to say anything that my mama would be ashamed of.
There's a lot to be pissed off about.
Well, I'm pissed at us.
I'm going to bring some into that conversation after the break too.
Okay, good, because I'm pissed at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
sick of hearing whiny-ass conservatives who are starting to sound like whiny-ass liberals. Stop being whiny-asses. Like, you can't find any common ground on these things, so now we're starting to devour and cannibalize each other on social media, in the news, all this stuff. I mean, Chris Christie, what is on the front of your body, dude? I mean, what is in your pants, Chris Christie? You know, the former governor of New Jersey, he comes out and he's anti-Trump. And it's funny to watch. I don't know who has what on who in Washington, D.C. or across this country. But these people, when they start to turn on each other, they're protecting something. Mm-hmm. There's something there that they don't want revealed. We're going to talk about all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I looked at Chris Christie, and I'm like, what's in your pants? What level of fuda is that when you got that fatty upper dick area where you've eaten so much that you can't, like, your pants are up here? You're like a future, what's that little short goblin that's in the Senate? Nader, Ralph Nadler. Ralph Nadler. Isn't that his name, Ralph?
Ralph?
Jerry. It's Gerald. I'm sorry. That's how much I care about Ralph Nadler. Gerald Nadler. 4
Are you
foot.
saying like the Humpty Dumpty pants?
Yeah, that thing. You pull your pants way up here like this. Don't go to the beach, Chris.
It's like the
Christie.
shouldn't
penguin,
do that.
and
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
You shouldn't do that.
So obviously I'm fired up. We're going to get into this stuff, and I'm going to lay some smack down on you. Hey, life's about habits. This year we've been more focused than ever on the health of ourselves and those we love. But what happens after that? How do you plan to ensure that your body's immune system is ready for winter and beyond? I'm starting to put on the winter girth, boys and girls. I put it on back 3 years ago. I recommend you take Field of Greens by Brickhouse Nutrition every single day. It's loaded with antioxidants. Field of Greens is packed with 18 clinically researched essential fruits and vegetables plus green tea, ginger, turmeric, and beets. This powerful combination not only can support heart health, it supports a healthy immune system, metabolism, blood pressure, and digestion. It's complete with pre- and probiotics. Field of Greens is not only good for you, it's good for the entire family. You know those little athletes and children, the little rugrats you got running around your house? It's good for them. Put a scoop in a glass of water every single morning. Stir it up. Drink it. You're done. Go to brickhousechad.com. Get 15% off with your first order with promo code CHAD. I spell it Chad. At checkout. Available in multiple flavors. Brickhousechad.com. Brickhousechad.com. Use promo code Chad. We'll be right back. Vladimir Putin, he says he is not ready to recognize Joseph Robinette Biden as winner of U.S. election.
He wants all the legal crap wrapped up, right?
He said he'll work with whoever becomes the U.S. president, but he's not going to congratulate a winner until all legal avenues are exhausted or one of the candidates concedes. Yeah. We will work with anyone who has confidence of the American people. I don't know that person exists. He said it during an interview on state-run TV. Get used to phrases like state-run TV, because guess what? Once Joe Biden is in office, that's the kind of crap that's coming. And by the way, a lot of poverty is coming. A lot of poverty is coming because a government that is run by people like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, by socialists, because let's face it, Joe Biden, if he does become the president of the United States, will never be in charge. He's not going to be in charge even if he's the figurehead, right, Lisa?
Yeah. Because
he's just going to be sitting back there while they pull the puppet strings. And did you see like some projected cabinet members? Like, can you imagine if Ilhan Omar was the Secretary of Defense?
No.
Or something like that? I mean, that's asinine, but I don't put it past him at this point. You know the whole some people did something when they flew planes into a building? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was her phrase. Some people did something. Bitch. But can you imagine somebody like that? Or if, as we talked about last week, Bernie Sanders became the Secretary of Labor, a communist.
I never had a job.
These guys never had a job. He's going to be the Secretary of Labor.
AOC is going to run the liquor cabinet.
AOC, if she was smart, she'd get out of politics and get rich.
Oh, that's
Like
a good idea.
Uber rich.
But she's doing both, isn't she?
Well, we don't know, do we? But, I mean, you know.
Look at Joe Biden.
She's wearing some nice
politics.
clothing. I mean, she wears nice clothing for $175,000 a year.
Yeah, some of those clothing that's $7,000-8,000 for one outfit.
Yeah, I don't know that they're that much, but there's some $1,200 shoes on her feet.
Yeah.
Lisa Page knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I get my shoes at Target. What are you talking about?
You came walking in here with a Nordstrom bag.
Oh,
That's
not
fair.
expensive.
Off the rack.
She didn't say
Nordstrom
Nordstrom rack. It said Nordstrom.
Oh.
Oh, that's my outfit change. Thanks.
And scene.
Yeah.
Well, going back to what Joe Biden said in every single speech and every time he speaks, it's going to be a cold, dark winter, guys. So get ready.
Bleak. Cold,
That's
dark,
right.
bleak winter.
Next 4 years, really.
Yeah.
That's why I
Cold,
stopped.
dark winter expanding for 4 years.
So the coronavirus, that's a purposeful thing. They saw an opportunity, they used it. They're shutting everybody down. And by the way, we have a current thing going on right now. Jump on Twitter, jump on Parler, wherever you may be, even on Facebook. My friend who's going to be on the show and start being on the show regularly, Larry Alex Taunton, who is an incredible historian, a great voice, who's out there and has become a dear friend. We were talking yesterday, and it's hashtag lockdown holiday. This week we're taking a holiday from the lockdown. It's lockdown holiday. So you want to rebel You want to have a revolution? The simplest constitutional way to have a revolution is to have the biggest freaking Thanksgiving this week that you can possibly have. Get with multiple households, get with multiple families, get all your families in there, then do the same thing for Christmas, because constitutionally and according to the Declaration of Independence, they cannot stop you from doing that. These little dictators called governors around these states, they can't do that. Oh my God, you're trying to kill people. I mean, I can't believe you're trying to get, maybe you just want everybody to die. We don't say, I'm so tired of people accusing me of this, we don't say that coronavirus isn't real. It's very real. It's very infectious. But so is the flu, so is chickenpox, so is all these other different things that people can potentially get. You know, so is herpes. You know. There's so many things that you can get.
I like how they care about killing, worried about killing all the old people and sick people. They don't give a shit about babies.
They don't care about babies. They don't care about unborn babies.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's always been, you always use the least common denominator. The most victimized of society. Oh my God, you just want to kill grandma. What, it's just like on the abortion argument, they always say, well, what if your daughter was raped by a man with one eye and two heads? Would you believe in abortion then? I mean, why do you have to take that? I mean, okay, good friends of mine, I have a very good friend with America's Voice, Tudor Dixon. Her grandmother and her grandmother-in-law both passed away the same day on this past week, Saturday. And you know what? They passed away alone in nursing homes, COVID complications. Nobody could visit them. Nobody has visited them. Mm-hmm. And by her own testimony on Instagram, Tudor, and I texted her, she said her grandmother couldn't understand why nobody could come visit for months. So this is horrible. So shut up about grandma.
Yeah.
You know the hate I got.
Yeah, you got
I sent it to you.
Nobody else in the world knows. So why don't you give us a little feedback?
Well, I got some hate. It was a joke of the day on our local Facebook page, and it was just somebody's take as many people as you can, to enjoy Thanksgiving.
So you made a joke?
No, it was a meme, and people started posting on the meme. It was actually OJ running from the police, and this is like me after I pick up my turkey that's going to feed 27 people or something. It was really funny, but this one girl chimes in and just says, I just don't understand how y'all consider this a joke. There are people dying. It's not that hard. Do not have people over. So, I usually actually don't engage. I did. And I said, with respect, don't say that this is not that hard. This is very hard. For my mom who was isolated, who's in her 70s, she decided on her own to she has COPD, to take the risk and go out there because she was so depressed. She was so sad. So don't say that this isn't hard for people. This is very hard. People are just trying to survive mentally from this. And I said, Mom, go have at it. Go have a good time. Stay as safe as you can. And then she came back and said, well, my mom has stage 4 cancer. And your mom's freedom is costing my mom her freedom. And I'm like, whoa, what? No. What are you talking about? Have you lost your mind? Freedom's all the same for everybody. How you choose to use it, that's on you. And there might be some other extenuating circumstances with your mom. She shouldn't get out if there's flu. She shouldn't get out. I mean, her immune system is very compromised. So is my mom's. COPD will kill her eventually. And she's still wanting to get out. You do you and don't judge me. It's very, very frustrating when somebody said I'm costing them their freedom. Screw you!
I have a little tear in my eye right now because
How do too? She's on fire.
She's growing up.
I'm so
I'm
mad.
rubbing off on her, and I love it.
Especially because the thread was so obviously a joke.
It was a
joke. And this woman, obviously a mom. I really want to say her name, Natalie.
I know.
But she's firing off at Natalie. And Natalie was just so nice. You really composed yourself, because I would have just been like,
You'd have said, have you read Little Racist Black Baby book yet?
Yeah, anti-racist black baby.
It's not that hard. Yes, it is.
Can I join that group, or do you have to live?
You got to live in the slake, baby.
No, my days are numbered there anyway. But I would add you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, we want everybody to die. There, I solved the problem. We want everybody to die as quick as possible.
Well, I want everybody to have the choice if they want to go out in public. It's like she said. My mother's 80 years old, hopefully getting out of the hospital today, doesn't have COVID, but she's like, no, I don't care if I get COVID or not. I want to see I hadn't seen great grandkids in almost a year. She said, I'm 80. I'm going to probably die of COPD. but I want to die and make sure I see them before I do. She has
Thank
great
you.
grandkids she's never seen.
Yeah.
It's awful.
I'm praying for your mom, by the way.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Because she had to go in the hospital. But hey, and that's the thing. So we left Craig, Colorado, which is northwest Colorado. It's a long way away. It's an 18-hour drive. We left there yesterday afternoon, right? And Albert and Melody Villard and all the kids, Tess and Chloe and Riley, God bless you guys. Good friends. They're like family. We were up there with them, elk hunting, and drove 18 hours through the night, got in at 6 o'clock this morning, okay? I mean, I could have died doing that. I mean, I could have fallen asleep at the wheel. You just want people to die on the highway. How dare you drive at 4 in the morning after no sleep all night? Yeah, I mean, that's the same kind of logic. No, I don't want anybody to die, but at the same time, I got to freaking get home.
Yeah.
And the only way to do that is to drive it.
And Colorado's locking back down as we speak. Restaurants.
Oh, they are, man.
It's insane.
It was so nice to spend 4 days, almost 5 days in the wilderness where there was no freaking people. No masks. Like, I forgot that you people were trying to go to hell. And so it was the whole thing. But you're right, because if you don't want to go out, then don't go out. If you're sick, don't go out. I know it's an infectious disease. So are Natalie's gonorrhea, but it's okay. Listen, we know you got the...
Okay, that's 3 STDs I've had in like
the last 20
7
minutes.
minutes.
Why don't you slow up a little bit?
Jeez,
Or-
Natalie, you get around. What else are you using those Facebook pages for, Nat?
Okay, you know.
Okay, girl.
You know
okay.
what I'm saying? I promise you I'm going to get in a little while. I'm going to go back to what we were talking about, opening the thing that's really pissing me off. But let's stick with this one for now. What were you about to say? I interrupted you.
I don't know.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
But anyway, this whole thing, get ready because the poverty is coming. They're going to use this to continue shutting down businesses, making sure you can't go to work. AOC just said last week that we should start paying people to stay home. Well, technically, that's what those subsidies did, but they want to have set up a regular form of income for you to just stay home.
Can it be 6 figures?
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
The deal is they want to keep you on the government tit. They want to make sure that you stay dependent on the government.
Yeah.
So if they can wreck the economy, if they can shut everything down, make it where you can't go to work. Look, my phone right here, watch, I'm going to pull it up. Here's what it says. If I pull it up right here, you can't read that, but I'm going to tell you what it says. Exposure logging from yesterday at 10 a.m. because I got a notice that at the place I was in Colorado was a high spot for infection.
Get out.
And so it gave me a notification, exposure logging. So my phone is actually tracking where I go to tell me and to tell whoever's watching this.
China.
Yeah.
They're keeping track of their man-made virus.
But either way, it's keeping track of where I go based on coronavirus. And so that's the deal. That's the deal.
And you brought it back to us here in the
Yeah,
studio?
I hugged
Thanks,
you.
buddy.
Yeah, you're
That's
welcome. I mean, I was in the truck driving at 70 miles an hour, and I passed through some COVID zone, and my phone dinged me. I'm like, I don't think it can catch me.
But if you were eating, you're good. Were you
If you're
eating
sitting
while you're
down
driving?
eating, you don't
were
get
sitting down,
coronavirus.
you were eating.
Yeah.
And
you're
not only
fine.
that, and here's what so we're doing this hashtag lockdown holiday. Get on Twitter, use that hashtag all week long. I wish you have a big one. And you can call it a BLM rally if you want. You can call it an Antifa protest. You can call it whatever you want to call it. Just tell people, come riot and loot at your house. And let's get everybody in there.
It's a cha zone.
So I'm having 3 protests this week. I'm holding 3 protests tomorrow night. Going to be in Pearland, Texas. Going to be a musical protest with Junior Gordon and Cooper Wade. And then we're going to be in Kemah. Am I saying that right, Texas?
Yep, Kemah, Texas.
And we're going to be there Wednesday night. Then Black Friday. Yeah, I said it. Black Friday. Justin, I said it. We're going to be in
Conroe, I'm
Lake
coming.
Conroe. You coming down?
Yeah.
We're going to be at Lake Conroe at the pavilion down there. I don't know what it's called. We're calling them protests. So you can come. Everybody can come.
I'm coming.
I'm going to sing some Bob Dylan anti-war shit. I don't know. Oh, I'm tired. But that's the whole thing. They want you poor. They want you impoverished. That way they keep you on the government dole. They've rigged this system. They're going to keep using this. They're going to keep pushing this. And they have you little peons that think you have so much to live for.
And while you're poor, they're going to come take your guns because you can't afford to pay that registration.
And so now
Yes.
you got to buy that.
Yeah.
They got the buyback. That's little things like that. Got to do the buyback. I'll die first. I will die first.
You lost all yours anyway in that boating accident.
I sold all
I don't
mine
have
this
any
weekend on
guns.
Facebook.
No, we don't.
But I
none
have a
us
lot of
had
bullets, so come get them, bitch.
Well, if that magazine is over 10 rounds, you have to
Yeah.
register the magazine.
I have one
At 200
single
bucks a
shot
pop.
22.
Dang.
Okay, I got to put one.
I have a
little bullet
double
in
barrel
that thing.
shotgun. I just boom, just
So-
fire some shots over their heads.
Talking about shotguns, we were talking about dove hunting down in Argentina. It's incredible down there. And you go to Argentina and you drink those wines, which are so good. The Argentine wines, those Malbecs. And I've told you before about the high altitude Malbecs. Bonner Private Wines, really dark wine that comes from the remote vineyards of Argentina. It's about 9,000 feet is where these grapes grow. And it's actually the most isolated wine region in the entire world. On one side, you got miles of desert. On the other side of the mountains, you got the Andes. And for about 200 years, a small group of families have been making a Malbec wine out there using no flavoring, no dyes, no filtering, no excess chemicals, and it's very delicious. It's a wine that tastes as rugged as the land itself. It's got blackberry leather, notes of smoke, dark cherry. The guys over at cowboywines.com, they just got a special shipment of these wines in, including one Malbec from the third highest vineyard in the world at 8,950 feet. That's up there. And by the way, it's getting harder and harder to get these wines because of a lot of crap that's going on down in Argentina right now. So make sure that you go visit cowboywines.com today and you'll get 50% off the wine and 50% off the shipping. Now, this was a very small batch and a very small shipment. It's going to go fast. So I want you to go tonight, go to cowboywines.com and check them out. We'll be right back. If they can keep you government dependent, whatever means necessary, whatever means necessary. And by the way, let me tell you something. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Did you see the little meeting that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris had with Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, where they're all social distance and they're all spaced out? And the new thing, if you'll notice, Nancy was doing this, Kamala was doing this. They're now wearing two masks.
Oh,
they wear the N95, the paper mask or whatever, the filter mask, and then they wear a decorative mask outside of that. So just wait. It's a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. I mean, these brown shirt tactics that they're using to try to get you to conform to what they want, it's not only going to break the economy, it's going to break you, make you government dependent, and it institutes or gives an opportunity to institute more and more socialism. So when you start seeing not only one mask, now we got to have a mask and a decorative mask, like this is a fashion statement.
Well, and then there's going to be tickets for masks, and then they're going to start locking people up.
Okay,
I'm probably going to be first in line.
So
that jail cell.
I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm starting businesses through this period that are anti-mask and COVID testing and all that. So like right now, Ticketmaster is requiring you to provide a COVID test before you can buy tickets to an event. So you know what we did? Jimmy Rogers and I, we started Valor Tickets. We're starting our own ticket company for events. So if you got a venue out there and you want to sell tickets through Valor Tickets, if you got events that are out there, give us a shout. Email me, steve@watchchad.com.
Yeah.
Chad at watchchad.com. Email me there because Steve will be like, that's spam.
Spam. Delete.
Yeah.
Delete.
I'm surprised we're not wearing those striker nurses uniforms,
Wait,
full
just
body
wait.
suit.
Just wait and see what's going to happen. They're going to institute a thing. It'll come soon. You can't go more than a mile radius from your house.
Okay.
Watch and see.
Okay.
They'll try that.
Well, as soon as they do that, I'm going to go a mile and a half.
That's why #lockdown holiday. We're taking a holiday from the lockdown this week. Get together with your family. Get together with your friends. Travel. Go over there. You're not going to kill grandma. If grandma's sick, grandma can stay home.
That's right.
It's the same with having the flu. Treat this like you got the flu. Treat it like you got the flu. If I had the flu, I wouldn't go to Thanksgiving dinner.
Right.
I'd stay at home and I'd stay in the bed. If I thought I'd been exposed to it and I thought that I was going to kill my grandmother, which would be weird because she's been dead for a long time. If I thought that I was going to do that, well, I wouldn't go be around her. Okay,
Yeah.
That's just called common sense. It's a little thing called freedom and responsibility. With liberty comes responsibility. You should take it. So the difference between me and what I'm saying and these governors who are playing little despots out there, these little monarch dictators, I'm telling you, you're an adult and can make your own damn decisions. You are smart enough to use your own wisdom and common sense. These people want to dictate to you all of these weird things, and these dictums are just going to keep coming, and they're going to get more and more radicalized, and they're going to get weird. I've always said the beauty of living in America, and I've spent time in a lot of third world countries, especially in Africa, and you cross from one border to the next, just one province to the next, and you got to stand there and you got to answer questions from some condescending guy with an M16 who's wanting to know what's your business, what's the nature of your business. I need to see your papers, all of these things. We don't do that. When I go from here to Louisiana, from Louisiana to Mississippi, from Mississippi to Alabama, from Alabama to Georgia, I don't have to stop at a checkpoint every time I go into a different state. That's the beauty of living in America. That's going to change. That's going to change if we keep on allowing them to crush us under this iron boot. And history's proven it over and over again. People are people. Man's inhumanity to man has always been there. So that's the real enemy. And the thing that's really ticking me off is I go back to what I said in the opening, is when you have conservatives. Conservatives are the one that I'm mad at right now. I'm mad at you guys. You're my brothers and my sisters. You're my sisters and my brothers. And I'm pissed off at you because you're devouring each other. You're cannibalizing each other. You've heard me say this before. I'm going to say it again because you weren't paying attention. Dogs that run in packs will do one of four things at any given time. They'll sleep, they'll eat, they'll fight amongst each other, and if unthreatened, they'll allow new members to join the pack, okay? And they'll do those things until a rabbit runs by, and then those that are sleeping will wake up and chase the rabbit. Those that are eating will stop and chase the rabbit. Those that are fighting with each other will stop and chase the rabbit, and now they'll let new members join the pack as long as they're willing to get caught up in the vortex of the rabbit hunt. We're a bunch of conservatives. All we are is just conservatives running in packs. That's all we are. Get on Twitter, you see the same old faces, the same old names. You get on Instagram, we're all following the same people. You got the same voices that are out there, the same personalities, the same platforms. We're all out there, but now we're at each other's throats. You know why? Because we haven't chased the rabbit. We don't have a vision. We don't have a vision. It's the same as I said whenever Barack Obama was in the office for 8 years, and when he got out, they were so convinced Hillary Clinton was going to get elected that they didn't have a replacement for Obamacare. They didn't have anything because they had no vision for that. They knew Hillary was going to get elected, right? Trump totally messed all that up. We don't have a vision. That's why we're chewing each other's throats right now. Black Rifle Coffee comes out and says, well, we don't sponsor Kyle Rittenhouse, who wore a Black Rifle Coffee t-shirt in his picture with Lynn Woods, his attorney, and Rick Schroeder, who helped bail him out along with Mike Lindell of MyPillow. And kudos to them for doing that. I'll support them in that thing. I'll support Kyle Rittenhouse. He had the right to be where he was, and I think it was self-defense in the way he acted in Kenosha, Wisconsin. I don't think he was necessarily right in being there with an AR-15, but again, he had the right to be there. What happened. And Black Rifle Coffee comes out and says, well, we don't sponsor him. Okay. And everybody loses their shit over it. They lose their minds because how dare Black Rifle Coffee not defend Kyle Rittenhouse and his Second Amendment right? Well, they had nothing to do with that.
They didn't say that.
They sell coffee.
Right.
They're not a political organization. Yeah, Black Rifle Coffee. You automatically think, oh, well, these bunch of guys, these former military guys, they hire veterans and they hide behind this smoke screen of being pro-gun and all this stuff. And I got on Twitter, last night, and I said, if you truly think that Black Rifle Coffee as a company is not pro-Second Amendment, then you're asinine. I mean, that's just stupid.
Yep.
Have you seen their commercials?
I mean, they blow everything up in their commercials. The biggest guns I've ever shot in my life were with Matt Best, his personal collection of firearms. So, I talked with Evan Hafer, I talked with Jared, I talked with Matt, all of them last night. And these guys are like, good God, all the stuff that's coming out. And people are like, well, I'll never drink your coffee again. That's what we've devolved into, is whose freaking coffee we're going to drink because somebody didn't come out and side with us on some political opinion. And rather than somebody being a private, entrepreneurial, free market capitalist who just says, well, we don't endorse this person. Yeah, he wore our shirt, but we don't endorse him. Mm-hmm. How dare you? I'm never drinking your coffee again. Grow up.
It's cancel culture.
There's no rabbit. There's no rabbit in sight.
I'll drink twice as much because I love their coffee.
Oh, their coffee is so good.
It's like
so good.
We're fighting amongst ourselves. Mm-hmm. We're just traveling in packs. We're sleeping. That is, we've gotten lethargic. We eat. That is, we just consume. We just consume. We never give anything back out. We fight amongst ourselves. That's what we're doing right now because we're so frustrated. We're like, oh my God, Lindsey, Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, they're not coming out strong enough in support of the president. What happened to what's the Sidney Powell? Is she really releasing a Kraken or what? What's going on? I mean, what's all this? It's going to get biblical. What's going on with Lynn Woods? What's going on with Rudy Giuliani and his dripping hair color down his face and stuff? I mean, and we're like losing our minds focusing on all this kind of crap. We're watching videos of interviewing 100 black people of are white people superior. Really, are we going to have that conversation?
Yeah.
You got to ask 100 black people if white people are superior. No, they're not superior. Nobody's superior to anybody else, you dumbasses. Why does that question have to be asked? I know what you're trying to do. You got an agenda and you're trying to turn everybody against each other. So we're fighting against each other. God, and
can't get out of your own way. And
what I said, don't miss the big point. The dog's traveling in packs. If unthreatened, we'll let new members join. But see, if somebody comes in like, tomorrow night we got Bridget Fetisi on the show, who's a very centrist. If somebody like a Bridget Fetisi doesn't just toe the line, you cancel her. We've bitched about cancel culture now for 4 years. And how if a guy like Chris Pratt in Hollywood comes out as a Christian and even hints at being a conservative in any way, shape, or form, well, then we don't want anything to do with him. We've said, well, let's quit cancel culture. But you know what we do? We're humans, so we got the same temptation. We fall into the same damn sin. We turn right back around and we say, oh, well, no, you don't agree with me? You threaten the way I believe? Well, I'm going to cancel Black Rifle Coffee. Y'all are out. You've pissed me off. This has got to stop.
Yeah, we got to get out of our own way so we can hit the bigger picture.
I mean,
you're missing it. You're missing it.
And none of this, I've said this over and over again, none of this is about Donald Trump. None of this is about Donald Trump. Donald Trump could drop dead of a heart attack tomorrow. All right? Donald Trump could be gone in an instant. He could die on the 18th green. I mean, we don't know.
Then what would CNN do? Because that's all they still cover.
You want to talk about losing a cash cow. But let's say, this is not about Donald Trump. You know why I like Donald Trump? And the theory of Donald Trump. You know why I like the idea of Donald Trump? Because politicians hate him.
Yeah.
When both
that
sides
tells me
politicians hate him, he's doing something right.
I love that. Like, okay, so it doesn't matter what his name is. Just the fact that all the politicians hate him. I like that, right? So what we're doing now is we're gravitating back towards politics as usual, and that's dangerous.
Yep.
That's dangerous. And if somebody doesn't just agree with your politics 100%, you're ready to kick them out of the pack. Well, that's not fair. So chase the rabbit, folks. What's the rabbit? We got to get a vision. We got a vision. Got to get one. And I'll tell you right now, hashtag lockdown holiday is my vision.
I'm packing my house.
I'm
see how many people I fit in my house,
baby.
Our house will be packed.
I'm gonna have as many people as I can have over.
That's right. Hope y'all don't get COVID. Hey, research found that the average EMS response time is 37 minutes, and in some places even longer. In a medical emergency, time is critical. You have an arterial bleed, it can kill somebody in just 90 seconds. That's why I want to recommend every American have a Bear Fact. I love them. You got to get that from Refuge Medical. You can keep it in your home, keep it in your car. You can keep it in your RV, take it with you. And it's a cool little FAK pack. It's great. It's handmade in America. The Bear FAK comes complete with 28 essential components, including a genuine North American Rescue Gen 7 cat tourniquet, emergency trauma dressing, quick clot gauze, nasal airway, and hyphen chest seals in the event of a gunshot wound, God forbid. It's guaranteed for life, and the Bear Fact exceeds military specifications for individual first aid kits. And if yours is ever used to save a life, they'll replace the used components at no charge to you. So Bear's already saved 12 lives and counting. So I want you to go to refugemedical.com and get 15% all their first aid kits with the promo code CHAD. You know I spell it, Chad. But only while supplies last. We've learned anything this year is to be prepared for anything. Refugemedical.com. Refugemedical.com. Use promo code Chad. Be right back. Vegans are 43% more likely to suffer bone fractures. What? Yeah. That's right. A large longitudinal study published Sunday in the journal BMC Medicine revealed that there are 19.4 more cases of fractures in vegans and 4.1 more cases in vegetarians for every 1,000 people over 10 years. Does Stu know this?
He's not a vegan, though.
Does your husband know? But it's in vegetarians. 4.1 more cases in vegetarians for every 1,000 people over 10 years. He's going to break a hip.
Does he take vitamins?
He does take vitamins. But
You can't eat enough vegetables to get the amount of protein that, you know,
he
that's,
eats vegetables. He's a vegetarian, but he hardly even eats vegetables.
He eats
Okay, wait a
cookies and
minute.
breads.
And, like, some pasta.
Turn your mic on.
Oh!
That's the whole reason
That's-
we have earpieces
I
in
know.
you guys.
Well, mine fell apart, my piece,
oh
right
my
here.
gosh.
Sorry, Stu.
Does Glenn Beck not have a budget?
Stu doesn't want to hear what she had to say about him
So
anyway.
what does he
so.
eat? If he doesn't eat vegetables, but he's a vegetarian.
Rice cakes and cream cheese.
Ugh.
And
Stu is living on rice cakes and cream cheese?
veggie burgers, and he orders so many types of vegetarian food,
Okay.
like from other random,
Like tofu and stuff?
like seitan, tofu,
Quinoa.
tempeh, quinoa.
You know what? I don't care what Stu eats. He's going to break a hip.
So if you fry bacon, does he ever sneak a piece?
No, never. And he won't even, like, if I order a salad and there's chicken on it, and I eat all the chicken and I offer him the rest of the salad, he won't eat it because the
Really?
chicken's already touched the salad.
It's
So
touched the salad, and
yeah.
it'll be too sensitive for his system.
Can't take it.
Yeah.
wanna
Like,
talk
I
about
think
high
there was
maintenance?
beef bouillon in my stew.
Is it a tummy issue, or is it just a belief?
He's kicking
issue?
back broth.
No, he just went hardcore with on Atkins years ago, like 15 years ago. Ugh.
That just makes me want to eat more bacon.
So let me tell you. Well, and then there was a Florida bar
Atkins.
that quickly closed after it's packed with maskless crowds at reopening. So this bar in South Florida, the Wharf in Fort Lauderdale, what could go wrong? They open up, they reopen, and boom, all these kids come packing in there, and they're not wearing masks. So because they're in there having drinks, right? So shut them right
Well,
down.
and if they
God
get
forbid.
it, they're probably going to live.
Yeah, they're
If they get COVID,
They'll be just fine.
they'll be fine.
Yeah, they're gonna make it.
Yeah, if you get COVID, don't go around grandma.
Don't go around grandma. Hashtag holiday lockdown. Lockdown holiday. I'm sorry. Hashtag holiday lockdown. Lockdown. Damn it.
What?
Hashtag lockdown holiday.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I'm just tired of it. This is the ignorance that we're facing. Gavin Newsom, who of course is the moronic governor of California, is being pressured to pick a, quote, woman of color to fill Kamala Harris's Senate seat.
I love how they say, I love how everything is racist.
Dumb.
But everything is racist. They
Thank
turn
you.
everything into a color.
Did it say woman of color
Oh,
too?
yeah,
so it's
woman of
gender
color,
too.
Natalie.
So you have to hire a woman, and she has to be of color, even if she
Yeah,
isn't
because the
suited
front
for
runner,
the job.
the front runner that emerged as a Hispanic male.
Oh, gross!
Gosh. We can't
They
have
are
him.
Carlos. There's plenty of Carlos for all of you.
Well, couldn't he sue for discrimination?
Yeah.
I don't know anymore. He should identify as something.
Oh, he could do
He,
that.
her, him, she, he,
Yeah.
who. Where are you today, Steve?
They
Do
s-
not hire people because of a gender or race. Just hire the right person.
No.
No, Natalie, because if it's a white
don't do
woman,
that.
then
We don't do that. You know why? Because we're freaking ignorant.
white privilege, Natalie.
There's
white
no way
privilege.
that Gavin Newsom should allow anyone other than a black woman
can't.
to fill the seat of Harris, who's only the second black woman in the history of the U.S. Senate.
I thought she wasn't black.
She wasn't black.
I think there's only one job you can get paid for to be, you have to be a male no matter what. Sperm
Well, you can
donor.
go down the
Sperm.
street to LeBaire.
Sperm donor.
Sperm donor.
Yeah, you get paid for your services. You have to be a male to do that, right?
Kyle,
Here.
is what you hear?
Yeah.
You never made
So,
money on the
Is there
side?
any jobs out there that only women can have, period?
Well, I don't know. That Jessica Yaniv dude from Canada was all giddy because he couldn't get in the pool that day because apparently he just started his period.
Ugh.
I don't know what he's bleeding out of, but he needs to call a doctor.
Okay.
It's true.
That he started his period?
He was excited. Has you ever known a woman that was excited for starting her period?
Yes.
I'm not talking about a child that just got her first one.
Okay. No. No.
After that, it's pretty much like we're over the new car smell at that point.
It's kind of like a guy having to gets to shave the first time, and then after that, you never want to shave again.
No.
Over it, yeah.
No.
No. So, I mean, this guy was all giddy. I can't get in the pool. Oh, my God.
Well, where do you put the tampon?
You pack it right in a little pee-pee.
No.
You take a, what?
You don't bleed from there.
You're not supposed to.
Not from, your period.
A spiteful mom abandons a baby in dirty diapers on doorstep of her ex's new girlfriend after he dumped her.
That'll teach them.
Yeah.
That's right. When the kids were little, I tried to hand them off. Nope. Shit their diaper here.
Not my baby.
Here, Grandma.
I'm confused. My daughter is dating her ex-boyfriend or whatever. You just left the baby. Sad. This.
Well, at least she had the baby. She did make the choice to birth the child. She didn't abort it. So let's give her some points for that.
Do we have to give her points?
But then she did get mad because he started dating someone else. So she took her baby over to that girl's house and just left it.
She was tired of having to change all the
I mean, the
diapers
responsibility is just very overwhelming.
Yeah, responsible.
It's hard.
That responsibility thing.
Yeah.
Maybe some people should lock down.
Those people should lock down.
Maybe some people should not be allowed to go more than 1 mile radius.
You did say be responsible. And sometimes
folks need help.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. It's a catch-22. It really is, Nat. It's a catch-22. Like if you're special ed, and like your name's Ed, and you've been hit in the head with a brick, you should probably be quarantined. Because you're going to knock up some chick who's going to get a baby with a dirty diaper who's going to leave it on your new girlfriend's porch. Something like that. I don't know. Lisa, this is your world. I don't understand it.
I don't leave babies in front porches.
Fire stations.
You leave them at the fire station.
Oh, my God. With the Dalmatian. I don't know where you put babies anymore. Y'all hang tight. We'll be right back. I'll tell you where the rabbit is, at watchchad.com. That's where all the fun stuff is. If you want to get a vision and quit fighting amongst one another, you can come to one of my musical protests. We're going to be rioting and looting in theory over some great music. Cooper Wade, myself, Junior Gordon tomorrow night in Pearland, Texas, down south of Houston. You can find more information at watchchad.com. And then also you can come see us in Kemah, Texas. Where's Kemah?
It's near Galveston.
Galveston. Oh, Galveston. Is it?
Yeah. Right down there past Pearland.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a long way
It's all
down.
in the neighborhood.
It's a drive.
Yeah, we're all around the Houston area. And then we're going to be at Lake Conroe Friday night. So if you guys get all your Black Friday deals. And, watchchad.com. It's a good time to subscribe to BlazeTV.com. I can tell you that. Use promo code CHAD. Actually, just go to BlazeTV.com/CHAD. But can we just stop being so snarky?
Yes.
I don't think that's coming to an end anytime soon.
I know, but I have to say it. So at least I feel better about having said it.
We're not stealing your freedom.
Just don't be so snarky with each other.
I like these guys that been commenting on your page lately. Real snarky, long, essays that they write to you.
Yeah. Quit being snarky, you little jealous bitches. That's what I'm saying.
Starting to troll. I'm starting to troll them.
I know.
Lockdown holiday.
Lockdown holiday.
We're taking a holiday from the lockdowns. It's your constitutional right to gather with your family and friends for the holidays or any freaking day you want to gather. You can do that. Nobody can stop you from doing that.
Called freedom.
Called freedom, baby.
It's not selfishness.
And I got me a bunch of it. We're treating you like adults here. Be responsible. That's all we want you to do. Just be an adult. Be responsible. If you're sick, stay home. If you're scared, stay home. If you want to wear a mask, freaking wear a mask.
If you can't drive, stay home.
Yeah, exactly. If you broke a hip like Stu, stay home. All right? You can have your vegan turkey, tofu ducking, whatever.
Oh, no.
Y'all have tofu?
It's like a loaf that I have to
You
bake.
have you're having like a loaf for Thanksgiving?
Not me. Stu.
Yummy.
You have to make double of everything, vegetarian version for him.
Oh,
What about
Green bean
eggs?
casserole without the bacon. Yeah, he'll do eggs.
Do you want a
Cheese.
divorce? You still happy? Wink.
There are days
one
I'm
time.
like, come on.
Wink. Just wink if it's like, are you under duress? WatchChat.com. Stay tuned tomorrow night. Our special guests, Bridget Fedesi and Jaco Booyens, will be with us. Love you. God bless. Bye.